It is nearly midnight, and the wind howls through the gnarled trees of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery in Illinois, a burial ground notorious for its paranormal activity. The moon barely pierces through the dense fog rolling over the abandoned graves, some of which date back to the early 1800s. You walk cautiously along the narrow path, past rusted iron gates and toppled headstones, when suddenly, a whisper drifts through the cold air. Your breath catches as a flicker of movement appears near a crumbling tombstone. A pale figure in a long, flowing gown stands still, her face obscured by the darkness. Then, just as quickly as she appeared, she vanishes. This cemetery is not just a place for the dead. It is a place where spirits still walk, where the past refuses to stay buried. Over the years, countless visitors have reported ghostly figures, eerie lights, and chilling voices echoing through the night. Paranormal researchers, historians, and even skeptics have tried to explain the bizarre occurrences here, but some things remain beyond explanation. Tonight, we uncover the terrifying history and unexplained hauntings of this graveyard, where spirits still roam. The history behind Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. Nestled deep within the forests of Bremen Township, just outside Midlothian, Illinois, Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is one of the most infamous haunted locations in the United States. Established in the early 19th century, it was originally a small burial ground for settlers and farmers. The name Bachelor's Grove is said to come from a group of unmarried men who lived in the area and were among the first to be buried there. During the 1920s and 1930s, the cemetery became a popular dumping ground for the Chicago Mafia. Legend has it that gangsters would dispose of their victims in the nearby lagoon, which has since been associated with ghostly activity. Locals whisper that on certain nights, eerie lights hover over the water, and some claim to have seen the ghostly outline of a man struggling to escape before vanishing beneath the surface. By the mid-20th century, Bachelor's Grove fell into decay. Vandals desecrated graves, tombstones were stolen or broken, and the site became overgrown with vegetation. But despite its abandonment, something, perhaps the spirits of the restless dead, refused to leave. The ghosts of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. The phantom house that vanishes. One of the strangest and most well-documented paranormal phenomena in Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is the appearance of a ghostly house. Numerous witnesses, including police officers and paranormal investigators, have reported seeing a small, white, Victorian-style home with a glowing lantern in its window. People claim that as they approach, the house begins to fade until it completely disappears. Some skeptics believe it could be an optical illusion, but historians have confirmed that no such house has ever existed on the cemetery grounds. The Lady in White. The Madonna of Bachelor's Grove. The most famous spirit associated with the cemetery is the Lady in White, also known as the Madonna of Bachelor's Grove. In 1991, a paranormal research team captured an image of a woman in a flowing white dress sitting on a headstone. She appears to be transparent, with a sorrowful expression as she gazes into the distance. Some believe she is the spirit of a woman who lost her child and now roams the graveyard in eternal grief. Visitors often report feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness in the area where she has been seen. Others have heard the sound of a woman weeping, only to find no one around. The black dog that vanishes. Another chilling legend tells of a phantom black dog that appears at the entrance of the cemetery. Those who have seen it describe its glowing red eyes staring at them before it suddenly vanishes into thin air. Some believe it is a warning sign, appearing before something terrible happens. In one case from the 1970s, a group of teenagers exploring the graveyard late at night saw the black dog blocking the path ahead. Terrified, they turned back and left. The next morning, they learned that a massive tree had fallen overnight, exactly where they would have been walking had they continued. The shadowy figures and floating orbs. Many visitors to Bachelor's Grove report seeing shadowy figures lurking among the tombstones. These dark shapes move unnaturally, darting between graves and vanishing when approached. Paranormal investigators have captured strange energy anomalies, including glowing orbs floating through the air. In 1984, a local historian conducting research in the cemetery felt a sudden chill and turned to see a misty figure forming behind him. He ran, only to hear heavy footsteps following close behind. When he looked back, there was nothing but an eerie silence. The lagoon and the Mafia connection. Just beyond the cemetery's edge lies a small, murky lagoon, its still waters reflecting the moonlight. Locals claim this body of water holds dark secrets, as it was reportedly used by the Chicago mob to dispose of bodies in the early 20th century. Fishermen and hikers have reported seeing ghostly apparitions near the water, some appearing to be struggling as if trying to escape. Others have described hearing splashing sounds late at night, despite the lagoon being completely still. Paranormal investigators using underwater sonar have detected unexplainable disturbances in the depths. Unexplained phenomena and paranormal investigations. Over the years, Bachelor's Grove Cemetery has attracted ghost hunters and paranormal researchers from around the world. Many have conducted electronic voice phenomena, EVP, sessions, recording chilling whispers, distant screams, and even voices calling out names. In 2012, a team from a well-known paranormal research group spent a night in the graveyard. Their thermal cameras captured unexplained heat signatures moving between graves, and their motion detectors triggered alarms when no living person was nearby. One investigator described the experience as one of the most active locations I have ever encountered. They reported being physically touched, hearing footsteps crunching on the gravel when no one was there, and seeing shadowy figures darting through the trees. Even skeptics have left Bachelor's Grove with eerie experiences they cannot explain. A journalist who visited in 2018 to debunk the legends later admitted to feeling an unseen force tug at his jacket. His camera malfunctioned, and when he reviewed his recordings, he found strange distortions and voices he had not heard in real time. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery remains one of the most haunted locations in America, a place where the past still lingers in the shadows. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the countless stories, unexplained encounters, and chilling photographs leave one thing clear: there is something unexplainable about this graveyard. Would you dare visit Bachelor's Grove at night? Have you ever had a paranormal experience of your own? Share your stories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the haunted and the unexplained, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more chilling tales, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of our journey into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious and be careful where you wander. You never know what might be watching from the darkness.